Hey there, how's it going? This is Juan Curiel. Um, you know what? I've been posting stuff about Every Day of Friday, a book that Joel Austin wrote back in 2011. And the first time that I read that book, it was like it changed my life in such a big way that the second time around, I bought the book and started reading it again. I was like, why don't I just post little things that might be able to encourage you guys here on social media, on LinkedIn and Facebook, and that's normally where I post, share with people, with my friends on social media. That's the links that I normally share the most, Facebook and LinkedIn. And this morning, as I was reading the part of the book on chapter 22, I was like, why don't I just go live and kind of like share with you guys like how impactful this story is, really the importance of writing stories and putting stories together and actually reading stories. And but I want to, and this part of the story is super special for me because like the you're gonna hear this writer here, the character, he relates to me. Is like when we talk about kids with special needs, that was one of my siblings growing up, like, and I still remember like everything that we went through together and things that we do together and the conversations that we have every day on the phone with my brothers. Like I love my brother to death, man. Like, but that's why this part of the story in this book is I'm super passionate about it. I wanted to come on here and read it with you guys here. So here we go. It says, give the gift of a dream. It says Shai was 10 years old and both physically and mentally challenged, but he loved baseball. One day, he and his father walked by a baseball field where a bunch of young boys, Shay's age, playing a game. Do you think they will let me play? Do you think they will let me play on one of the teams? Shaq asked his father. Shaq's dad knew that he couldn't play at the same level as the other boys, but he didn't want to disappoint his son. The father asked one of the boys in the dugout if Shay could play. The little boy looked around at his friends, trying to get some advice. Finally, he said, well, sir, there are only 2 innings left, and we're down by 3 runs. Sure, he can come and play. We'll put him in the outfield. Shai was so excited. He took the field with joy, just radiating happiness. In the last inning, their team was down by 1 run. There were 2 outs with a runner on third, and it was Shai's turn at bat. His teammates considered using a pinch hitter in hopes of winning the game, but they decided it wouldn't be right to take Shai out. They sent him onto the play with little hope that he could hit the ball. They thought they already lost the game. The other team had a very good pitcher. The star pitcher wound up, threw the first pitch so fast Shai didn't see it coming. He swung late and missed it by a mile. At that point, the pitcher realized that Shea had some physical challenges. The next pitch he threw at about half the speed of the first, but once again Shai swung and missed. This time the pitcher stepped off the mound and walked closer to home plate. He threw the ball as soft as he could, and believe it or not, Shai hit it. The ball dribbled about 5 feet and stopped in front of the pitcher's mound. That pitcher ran and picked it up just out of instinct. He was about to fire it to the first base and win the game. But out of the corner of his eye, he saw Shai struggling to run the best he could. The pitcher's heart took over for his instincts. He threw the ball over the baseman's head into the outfield. Shai's dad yelled, "Run, run!" The runner on third scored while Shea rounded first and headed towards second. By this time, all of the other boys knew what was going on. The outfielder threw the ball over the shortstop's head. The player backing up the shortstop, let it go through his legs. Shea rounded third base, and the whole crowd was cheering his name. He scored the winning run while his father watched in tears. Shea was nearly bursting with joy when he crossed the plate and was hugged by his teammates. Shea's team won the game, but all but all of those boys one God's got God's favor that day. Sometimes you have to give up winning one thing to win something bigger. In this case, the boys on the opposing team won a friend for life. They gave something to Shay that he will never forget. And that's what I wanted to share this story with you guys. Like I said, my brother has some challenges in his life, and he can't drive a car. He can't get a driver's license and all this stuff that he can't do. But I remember this one day, you know what? I had a Mercedes 320 2006. I'm like, you know what, brother? I'm gonna take you for a test drive. So I told him I'm gonna teach you how to drive, and I took him out. It was a big parking lot. There was no cars. There was no cars close by. So, and the car had the emergency brake here in the middle of the seat. So I put him in the car, and I still remember him like taking off. Like he drove maybe for a couple of minutes, maybe 5 minutes, but he always remembers that story. He's like, yeah, my brother took me driving. I already know how to drive, guys. I could go get my license. I know how to drive. My brother showed me how to drive. And every time I read that stories like this, it brings those memories back about my brother. And that's just one incident, man. So, but, and I know there's a lot of families out there with their siblings that kind of have some kind of challenges. I don't know what those challenges may be. It's different for everybody and every family, but my heart always goes out for people that have special challenges, like whether it be physical or mentally or whatever you're going through. There's a way out, and we're here to help you out. And that's why I'm so passionate about the ministry that Joel Austin has, not just the Lakewood Church, but to be part of the Champions Club. Champions Club is like all these kids that are kind of like have these challenges in their life. It's like they create the Champions Club, and they didn't just create it at Lakewood. Now that's all over the world. That the Champions Club, that's what they call their program. Is the program for special needs kids. And anytime I see special needs kids out in the streets or out and about with their parents or whoever they're out there with, like my heart just goes out to those kids because they're out there striving for excellence. So, and hopefully this was helpful. I know it's not easy to come out in front of a video and do something like this, but you know what? Sometimes we just have to step out of our comfort zone and do those uncomfortable things, so that we can get out there and make things happen. So once again, my name is Juan Curiel, and thank you for reading the stories that I put on here, and continue to support, and thank you for your likes and everything that you guys are doing out there. I know you guys are striving out there for excellence. So till next time, my name is Juan Curiel, and we'll see you at the top. Bye-bye.